Hello, my name is DJ Bell, and I will be talking about the Bethel School District versus Fraser. Now, I chose this case because it primarily focuses on the First Amendment, which plays a huge role in our class and also in this case. So let's get started. On April 1983, Matthew Fraser, a high school student, delivered a speech at a school assembly where fellow student was being nominated for student elective office. The speech had contained sexual metaphors and innuendos which caused the audience to react in a variety of ways. Fraser was warned by two educators who stated that he shouldn't give the speech or there would be consequences. The following day, he was suspended for 3 days and his name was removed from the possible graduation commencement speakers list. Fraser decided to file a suit stating his First Amendment was violated by the school officials. In the end, the case went to Supreme Court, which was ruled on July 7th, 1986, that the school officials did not violate Fraser's First Amendment. So how does this apply to communication? As mass communication students, we are learning about the First Amendment and how some things can be said and some things cannot be said. So in this case with Matthew Fraser, he gave a speech, had very vulgar language, he was disciplined for it. Now someone may say, well, he was just expressing himself. He was giving what he felt was right for the candidate who was being elected for student office. But on chapter 3, page 96 in our textbook, Mass Media Law, schools may regulate sexual offensive speech that is lewd, vulgar, or indecent without any First Amendment protection. Fraser's language about the speech would undermine the school's basic educational mission. So the educational mission is very important in the school. There's policies around that mission, and those policies have to be followed. So if we're in a company or working our career that we have to do something, whether it's journalism, whether it's advocating, being a PR person, or televising something, if there is a policy or a mission that states that we can't do certain things or can't say certain things, it is our job to follow that so we can be the best mass communication workers out there. And the First Amendment is really important, especially in mass communications, because it's basically our foundation. So as I stated before, the First Amendment was very significant in this case. Now, some may say, why didn't the Supreme Court use the Tinker case? Well, it was a little different because there wasn't a political message. And instead of him wearing like an armband, he was giving a speech to an active audience. And then on top of that, it was very sexual and the content was very vulgar. So in the textbook on page 95, it stated on here that it glorified man's sexuality and it offended female students. And in a school environment, that's not tolerated. So the First Amendment played a huge role here because to him, he felt as though it was violated, but as I stated before, it wasn't violated. It was actually very offensive what he did, especially to his school environment and his peers. So in closing, this case teaches us, again, what can be said and what cannot be said. By learning about this case, us as mass comm majors, we can learn to spread this knowledge and also apply it to our careers so we can be better when we go out in the career force. Thank you for listening.